snacks.
What it do, snackers and snackettes? It's your boy Gage.
Yeah.
It's WHHW, which is what had happened was, which happens to be last week's news. We got a lot to jump into. Without any further ado, look me up.
Number one.
The MCC, the Master Chief Collection. They've been talking about it. Rumors been sprinkling around. What's going on? This thing is old. Why is this back in the news? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because the Master Chief Collection is finally coming to PC. Oh yeah, because we don't play PC. So none of us are excited about that. But, I mean, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Because people have been waiting for a long time for these games to have made their way to the personal computer, sir. One of the things that's really big about this is that it is actually going to be available via Steam, which is a major thing for Microsoft to put like their main. Look, it just kind of goes to what Microsoft has been talking about and what they've been doing when they started saying, play your games wherever you are on whatever device you want. It just makes me feel like GDC is next week, and I really feel like we're going to hear about this whole Game Pass on Switch being a real thing. You know what I mean? But here's the other thing. Halo Reach is being added to the Master Chief Collection. Ooh. So it is the one game that is missing.
Now I'm about to buy it.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And so here's what's crazy is that for the PC, the rollout itself is not going to be, they're not going to dump the entire package onto PC. What they're going to do is they're going to drop the games individually. So they'll drop a game, work on it. They want to work with the community, talk to the community, and kind of work with them, figure things out, get things the way they want, tighten things up, drop the next game kind of thing. And they're going to actually start with Reach. So it sounds like they're going to actually do them in order of the way the story's happening.
I have a love-hate relationship.
That's kind of dope.
I have a love-hate.
That's kind
I
of
like
dope.
doing it in order. But like, for you see the production value and how everything grew to get the
But I mean,
so
you're right. But at least Halo 1 and 2 got the super remaster versions where they kind of brought them up, sliced them up. For those of y'all in the DMV, they sliced them up. So I think that's kind of dope. Now, if you already have an Xbox and you already have the Master Chief Collection, how does this affect you? Well, it affects you because, now Reach is going to be available. Now, you can buy Reach separately. However, if you have Game Pass, you just get it because Master Chief Collection is part of Game Pass.
Yeah.
So, Reach will just show up. So all that, I'm going to buy it now. You don't have to, sir. It's already part of the package. Which is another thing that, again, it just sounds like Microsoft is just like, yeah, here it is. Here it is, have it. Like, here it go. So that's what's going on with the Master Chief Collection. That was the news. Getting Reach. It's going to PC. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited. I'm ready to play Reach.
Yes.
Yeah, and it sounds like what they're going to do is, like, the multiplayers will be there, but the main games, like, they're going to do the multiplayer and stuff separate from, like, the stories.
Okay.
So, like, with Reach, they're going to roll out the game, but, like, firefight and, like, the firefighting story will be one thing, but the multiplayer will be separate, so, like, people can jump in and play the multiplayers.
Right.
The story might not. It's going to be tight. I'm liking the way they're trying to do it and make it right. Let's move on. Hook me up.
Number two.
So, Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Captain freaking Marvel, okay? Captain Marvel. So last week, you know what Captain Marvel did? Came out, blew up the box office, number one at the box office, had one of the best openings ever, okay? $153 million domestic opening, $455 million cost of world. That's that global. So it's a big deal. And I think it's important because while, yes, there's a Wonder Woman already, and that did happen, and it did really well. The stable of movies that this falls into, to me, has a larger target audience because people have been going and watching these films for so long. And putting Captain Marvel at the forefront now and showing how powerful she actually is. Endgame's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. And I think this just does a great job of setting things up really well for going into that. I mean, look, probably one of the most anticipated movies of all time is Endgame.
Yeah.
Y'all agree?
Yeah.
And on the strength of what this movie is and has done, what it means for having a strong female lead, it just, to me, it really does speak volumes about where we are when we come together and go see something and truly enjoy it. Because there was a lot of hate. There was a lot of haters, people trying to really pull this film down before the film was even available. I don't know if you heard, but, you know, the whole thing with Rotten Tomatoes where before the film dropped, you know, it was a lot of people saying, you know, Marvel's just trying to get on the bandwagon. And, you know, it was just a lot of hating and people going on and giving the movie bad reviews before the movie was even available. And it actually forced Rotten Tomatoes to change their policy and make it so you couldn't review movies before they come out, which clearly makes sense.
Absolutely.
But now it sits at a much higher score, and that just makes sense, and that totally deserves it. It was a good movie. If you haven't seen it, you should go see it. If you have seen it, go see it again. Because I swear you missed something, and it's going to be important when the next movie drops. And that's only in a month. That's only a month away.
Right around the corner.
Right around the corner. Hook me up.
Number 3.
So staying with the Marvel thing, it was announced that there will be a What If TV show coming to Disney Plus. Now, if you're not familiar, Disney Plus is Disney's new streaming service. It hasn't come yet, but it is coming. I'm going to kind of tie this in together because the other thing about the Disney Plus service is that they announced that the Disney Vault is going away. So that thing that used to be a thing where like a movie would come out, it's only available for this long, and they would put in the commercials like, oh, you better go get it before we put it back in the vault. Because they would put movies away for 10 years, and they would just hope you watch it so much that you don't have a copy anymore, or like your VHS would go bad when VHS was a thing. Or DVD would be gone, and now you need the Blu-ray, or you need the 4K, or whatever it is, and you have to buy it again. That's going away, because with the streaming service, they're opening the vault, and all of that stuff is going to be available. If
Makes
you're
sense.
a member, right? But along with stuff like that, which is already a great reason, I think, to jump on Disney Plus, they've announced all these other shows that are coming. Loki's gonna have a show, live action. Scarlet Witch, live action. You know what I mean? Like, so all that stuff is coming. This What If show is going to be animated. And if you're not familiar with What If is, okay, you familiar with What If?
No, tell me.
I'm gonna tell you. So What If is a series of comics that Marvel has been doing for decades that take stories that are canon in the Marvel Universe and put a spin on it. So things like, what if Spider-Man had kept the Venom suit, the symbiote suit, stuff like that. That's one of my favorite what if stories. So it basically is a one-off book that gives a side history if something had happened differently within the comic books. But this What If series actually has to do with the MCU. So even though it's animated, the plan is for the actual actors from the live action films to reprise their roles in the animated versions. So that could be kind of cool. And it's also possible based on that these What Ifs could be ones that are about the MCU. You know what I mean? So what if something different happened that didn't happen in the movie? Like what if the Skrulls almost spoiled it. Almost spoiled it. Ooh-wee! Listen, I need to know what you guys think about this new What If. What possibilities do you think they will throw? What kind of curveballs would we or should we be looking for when that happens? While you're thinking about that and drop it in the comments below, make sure you like, share, and you subscribe. And while you're doing that, just open another window. Don't have to leave the page. Open another window. Okay? Patreon.com/loading snacks. You can go there. You can support us. We greatly appreciate it if you do. We love all of you who already are. With that, I'm out. Toodles. Lose.
Loading snacks.